So we are going to see how you can use an Amazon Fire Stick with a monitor, and using it with a TV is straightforward. In TV you have the speaker, you have HDMI slot, but with a monitor you may be lacking a few things. So if you have a TV and you want to install your Amazon Fire Stick with the TV, go ahead. You won't face any problems. But if you have a monitor and you are trying to convert your monitor into TV, then please watch this video. Okay, all right. Coming to the Fire Stick that I tested was this Amazon Fire TV Stick. That is the latest one, I believe. This is the one that has, I believe, volume controls. It is not available in the previous model. It I don't know if this supports 4K, but it has everything else basically that should be there in a Fire Stick. Coming to the setup that you will need to create. So this is your monitor, and let's say you have purchased your Fire Stick, and this is your Fire Stick. But if you want to connect your Fire Stick to your monitor, you will need to have HDMI port here. So if you don't have HDMI port, what you are going to need is a converter. So basically HDMI port required, or VGA to HDMI converter. So most of the monitors, even the old monitors, have VGA adapter. If you don't have an HDMI port, you will probably need VGA to HDMI converter, which you can probably get on Amazon. Here you go. It looks something like this. Not this one, because this is taking input. You need something that is more like this one. So this is taking HDMI input and it is being inserted to VGA. If you have an HDMI port, then you don't need to go with the converter. Then you will need, this is very straightforward, you will need power. You receive the adapter with the Fire Stick, so that is fine. You don't need to worry about that. But you will need a Wi-Fi connection. So if you don't have it, you cannot use the Fire Stick basically. I hope that is very understood, because that is the basic thing. And you have inserted your Fire Stick to your monitor. Okay, very good. You have powered the Fire Stick using the adapter that you received, and you can also technically connect it to the Wi-Fi, and you should be able to see pictures here on the Fire Stick, or sorry, the monitor. But if you want to hear the sounds, you will need speakers, because most of the old monitors don't come with speakers. If you don't have speakers in your monitor, then you can use external speakers. If that is the case, let's say that this is the speaker that you have, not sound, actually speaker. So let's say this is the speaker that you have. Now the problem is that you want to connect your speaker to your monitor, so you will need aux connection. And for the speaker, you will need to connect it to the power source as well. if it is not if it is not a wireless speaker, right? And now the problem is, if your monitor does not support aux connection, then you will need probably HDMI connection. But HDMI is actually input, not output, so that actually won't work. So this will not work. You will need to have aux connection to get the sound. But if you don't have it, that is your option one. If you don't have it, you can try connecting your speaker to your Fire Stick. Actually, that is your option two. So if I move it here, so I get some space. Now you will need to connect the speaker using Bluetooth. So this will be your Bluetooth connection. In that case, you cannot use a normal 2.1 cabled speaker. You will need to have one speaker that has Bluetooth and can be connected to Fire Stick, and Fire Stick typically supports connection with one Bluetooth device. So if I just double check that, that should be fine. Yep. So pair with compatible Bluetooth headphones. So you can do that, or actually you can use headphones as well. So speaker or headphones, that is your option too, right? If you do this, then you will get the sound. But now the problem is that if you don't have any of these components, so suppose you are starting only with the monitor, then what we are saying is that you will purchase the Fire Stick, that is 4,499 rupees, and then probably you will purchase this converter, which was I think around 500 rupees. So let's say 500 rupees. You will need this speaker. So let's say you go with a normal 2.1 speaker for PC or TV, around 800 rupees, 1000 rupees. So let's say 800 rupees. Or let's say you are going with the headphones, this is option 2. Again, let's say you go with the cheapest, so that will be around, so just to simplify things, let's say for speaker you will need to spend around 1000 rupees. Everything else should be fine. Converter is okay, aux connection no, you don't need anything else. You will probably need a stand to mount it on the wall. So wall mount, so let's say it should be around 1000, I think. This is cheapest, but I don't know if this will fit, but this looks okay if you are going with a cheap option. So we can say 200, 300 rupees, or even if we go with the fancy ones. Okay, so this is a basic one that I purchased in the past, 400 rupees. So we can say 300 rupees. 300 rupees. So that's fine. So the point that I'm trying to make here is the total amount that you will be spending is 300 plus 1000 plus 500 plus 4500, and that is what, 5000, 6000, 6300. rupees. Let's say you spend this amount. Now, the problem here is, even if you do all this, your volume controls won't actually work. So if I go back to this remote, in this remote, these volume controls, basically your mute button, increase volume, decrease volume, will not work because it controls the volume of the TV that it is connected to, and the feature does not work with the monitors. And if you try to use the power on off button, it won't work basically because it is for TV. So let's say we go with a cheaper option because it is not going to work with the monitor anyway. I believe there is a comparison table here. I'm just trying to find that. Here you go. So if I go with this one, all right, yeah, that seems about right. So this one does not have the power button, volume control button. So you will be using Amazon Fire Stick Lite without TV controls. So that is 3,500 and 3,500 and 5,300. And just to keep in mind that this is your Amazon Fire TV Stick Lite. Okay. So all said, you won't have volume controls. You will be spending around 5,000 rupees and you will be using your old monitor, right? That is what we are saying. And for example, let's say your monitor is I don't know, 20 inch, 22, 24 inch. So let's say this is 24-inch monitor that you are trying to use. Now, if we don't want to go through these hassles and we say that okay, let's purchase a new TV, and if I search for smart TV, let's say 32 inches, which is bigger than your current TV. So if you were anyways looking for a cheap option, you can see that TVs are starting from 7,000 for 32 inches. So if you simply add some 1,700 rupees to your budget, you can purchase this one. And I think if I reduce the price, reduce the size, it will be even cheaper. So see, so if I was in this position, I would probably simply go ahead and buy this TV that is coming for 5,300 rupees, which was our budget here. So the same thing, we don't need to go through all the hassles. If we are simply looking for a cheap option for a TV, keep the monitor, don't go with the Fire Stick, simply purchase a new TV, same budget, but completely hassle free. I hope that is helpful. Thank you for watching.